Okay, there's a power button up at the top of the control here, but that's just for turning it off. To turn it on, you pick a number. Normally I wouldn't want to start with a low speed. With fans, you want to start on high and then adjust them down so they can get going. But with this, it seems to be smart, and we'll try it on 1. Little beep at the fan, a little click here, thinks about it, and there it goes. Now let's try it on 6. Oops. It'll think about it for a second, and then it takes off. You turn it off. That was blowing up. With it off, I'm going to hit the direction button, and then we'll turn it back on. Turn it on a 6. It's going to think about it. There it goes. Now that's pretty loud and blowing really harsh. So we'll go down to a 3. That's not too bad. Let's see what a 1 would be like if you're sleeping under it. It's pretty quiet, but a 1 still has quite a bit of blow. So that's when you would want to change the direction if that was an issue for you. I'll let it stop. I'm going to hit the direction button in the middle here. And that way it will blow up at the ceiling and then circulate it down the outer walls of the room. So it circulates it well, but it's not on you directly. So let's go straight to a number 6. Thinks about it. And there it goes. Now it's pretty pleasant underneath it, but the air in the room is really circulating. Let's go to a number 1. And that's really quiet and a gentle breeze, perfect for sleeping under. Okay, we'll turn that off. And then in the lights, you have the power button, and then the bright and the dim, and then 3 color temperatures. So you use the power button to turn the light on. It comes on where I left it, which was on warm white and dimmed all the way down. But as soon as I try one of the color temperature buttons, it goes on full brightness. So let's go to daylight, and you'll see. Whoa. That is harsh. That's really lighting the room up. But being that it only points down, it's lighting the bottom of the room up wall to wall really well. This is a big room. It's about 25 feet long. But the tops of the paintings and things are kind of dim. So we're throwing in some floor lamps. So that's daylight. This is cool white. And then warm. And then we'll dim it back down, push and hold. And that's not too bad. Now if I turn that off, when I come in the room's dark. I've got the regular light switch, by the door, and that has to stay on for this to operate with the remote. But if I turn that off and back on, the light will come on, and it will come on where I left it set, on the dimmest on warm. And then I can find the control and take over from there. It's also got 1 hour, 4 hour, and 8 hour timer buttons across the bottom here.
All right, so here's the ceiling fan. I didn't take a picture before. I don't know if you can tell, but the other side of the fan is blades are brown, so you can make it black and brown if you want to. Here's the remote control. 6 fan speeds. It has a light dimmer, has 3 different light settings, and then it has 3 different timer settings. So with mine, you have to have the light switch on. So it does also have a bracket that you can put up to hold your remote control, which I use because I always lose my remote control. So we'll start with the light. So we can dim it. Oh, it's already dimmed, sorry. You can make it brighter. You can dim it. You know, and you can see it does light up. My bed's not made, sorry, but it really does light the area up well. So there's this color. It's kind of a bluish. Dim it a little bit. Then there's this color, which is kind of the orangey regular light. And then this is like a softer light. It's hard to tell because of the video, but it's a softer light. Dim it a little bit. And then, you know, it has the timers. So I'm going to turn it off so you can see the fan blades. So you don't press the power button to, well, you press the power button, but to make it all go off and on. But for the fan, you want to hit what speed you want. So we'll start at 1. And I have it updrafted right now. Oh, I'm going to have to shut my door so you guys can hear the fan. It's really windy outside. I want you to be able to hear this sucker. There's 2. 3. I mean, this is 3. And I'm going to tell you, it's already jamming. This is a small studio. You know, there's a little kitchen area, but and a bathroom area, but this is a pretty small studio, and 3 airs out this whole place. There's 4. I'm pretty sure you can hear it by now. 5. And I have it updrafted, and I can totally feel the draft. I can totally feel the wind. And here's 6. And I mean, I know I did a good job installing it, but it's not wobbling at all. It's not moving. I didn't have to adjust the blades, put any weights on them or anything like that. The greatest thing about this, ceiling fan is, you know, they're a pain in the butt to install, but this, when you take this off and you're putting it together, there's a hook in there, so you can hang the light on the hook while you're trying to wire it. I mean, you can literally install this fan by yourself. So yeah, power button to turn it off. And then, you know, you can change the direction. So yeah, it's a great ceiling fan. I highly recommend this fan.
Alright, this fan's got a lot of juice. There's the light. You got the 3 color temperatures. The warm, middle, and the white light. And as far as speed, this thing goes fast. This is starting the slowest speed. There we go. So to me, the slowest speed is kind of more similar to a medium to high of other fans I'm familiar with. It's giving a lot of good air. It's pretty quiet. Now if I put on max speed, which I just did, it gets really fast and you can feel the air flowing in this room. You can hear it as well. Not like any humming, but more just the air cutting the air. But definitely a lot more power. This could go in much bigger than a bedroom. It's kind of overkill for a bedroom. But very nice fan. The light, it's decent enough to light up the room. Still, I prefer light bulbs rather than a spotlight on the bottom, but this actually gives more light than the one that we have in the living room. They could probably be swapped out.
Here in the manual it says you can use it with an on-off switch, but not with a dimmable switch. So with an on and off switch, this is what we have, okay? It's actually not designed for an on and off switch. There's a button here to change the light mode. And by turning it on and off, it changes the color of the light. So we want only white. But then, if you use the switch, watch. Turn it off, and then when you turn it back on, it changes color. So it's not usable at all. There's no way to set it to one color all the time without using the remote and leaving the power always on. But if you have a ventilator hooked to the same thing as the fan, then it's just not gonna work. It just doesn't work. It's like a simple design that has a simple flaw.
Alright, I'm writing a review for this ceiling fan. For some reason I'm getting a weird blur out of it. But I will tell you that every time you turn the light on and off, it gives you a different light color. See that? It's kind of interesting, although the remote control does not give you the option to change that light color besides turning it on or off. So aside from that, the fan's pretty self-explanatory. You hit this middle fan button and it kind of has varying speeds, but the fan moves nicely. It's really quiet. You want it moves fast. It does not move from side to side. And it was easy to install. And that's about it. I highly recommend it. It's good for a small bedroom.
Huh? Why is this in here? Ah! Why are these full? What? Mommy, I think this is blowing. Huh? Wow!
Y'all need to stop.
So multifunction, which is cool. Easily turn up and down the brightness and different warmths, but installation was not easy. Remote is a nice plus. That's how I can control it since my switch no longer works.
Gary, that this happened while you were on the didn't use the petition? Anyway, but that still doesn't mean he wants Jesus playing Twister with his kids. The worst part is that I am.
This fan is very quiet. Might be small, but it's real powerful. I like it.
Police headquarters, he saw his friend Ramon Santa Cruz.